Hey, what is going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel, man. You guys know it's your boy Kevo, man. Alright, so they say things happen in threes, man. That's what I said. Things happen in threes. So, you guys already know I hit 100,000 subscribers. Yes! Thank you guys so much. Thank all you guys out there, man. The pride of the Philippines, Manny Pacquiao won the fight, man. Yeah. Yes! Let's get a round of applause, man. Thank you. Round of applause for Manny Pacquiao, man. Beating Keith Thurman up. And I got a copyright strike. Can you guys believe I got a copyright strike? Like, I don't get it. I was just having a night out. You guys know the night out, having some fun, and I got a copyright strike. But that's okay. That's okay, man. So it just means I can't stream for a while. So if you guys want to help me out, though, it's Kevo 2.0. Just go subscribe to that channel, man. I need at least 1,000 subscribers so I can stream on that channel. And yeah, so go subscribe to Kevo 2.0. But anyways, man, so I saw this video. This is the post-fight highlights with Manny Pacquiao and Keith Thurman. So I'm like, okay, you know what? I haven't checked it out. So I want to see what Keith Thurman said about that fight. Because you guys know, Keith ran his damn mouth so much. And on top of that, he got his ass kicked, man. He got his ass kicked. So let's go see what they had to say about that. Let's go watch this, man.
You know, the opening rounds didn't start off the way that I wanted them to. Manny Pacquiao had a lot of momentum from the knockdown. I ended up paying attention to the rounds. By the time we hit the 7th, I was like, damn, we're in the 7th already.
You guys got to admit, man, look at his face. Look at his face. This guy is definitely going to be one of those new complimentary videos saying boxers who talk shit about Manny Pacquiao.
The fight just really flew by. As my original trainer said, smart fighters win, dumb fighters lose. There was just some adjustments that I didn't make that I could have made. Obviously, he caught me with my hands down in the first round. You know, I was aware of Manny Pacquiao's springiness. I was aware that I should have done my head movement. But being aware and doing what you need to do are two different things in the ring.
That's right.
So like I always said, I'm not afraid to let it go. If you can beat me, beat me. I was beaten tonight, and that's the sport of boxing, baby. But your boy Keith One Time is here, and I'm not going nowhere, and I'll be back.
How was he different than you thought? Was he faster, and was there any way that he surprised you with what he did in the...
You guys gotta admit, man, no matter what, yeah, Keith talked a lot of shit, but at the same time, man, Keith's give him the respect where he deserves, man. He gives Manny Pacquiao the respect. He's saying that Manny Pacquiao was the better man. He beat him that night, and he lost to the better man, basically. He lost to the better man.
In the ring.
Well, he was fast. He was strong. You know, the short steps. You know, everything that Manny Pacquiao always has been. You know, he has a lot of it still left in him. I felt like, you know, I was going to give him a pressing fight. You know, even though he knocked me down, I didn't care. I wanted to be in his face. I felt like he was getting a little bit tired in the later rounds, but he does train hard. You know, he trains hard. He kept his hands up. He's been in so many wars that now he knows what not to do. You know, he knows how to utilize his defense a little better. And that was a little bit surprising to me. I knew going into this fight that he's been the more active fighter than me. And even at the age of 40, that's probably the best thing he had going for him, is the constant activity to keep him staying in shape. You know, I told everybody I'm getting back this year after 2 years, and I just thought that Keith Thurman getting back, being the original Keith Thurman, would be able to walk away with a victory today.
Nope.
You know, I felt like I had a good training camp. I could have had a better output in my numbers to go toe-to-toe with Manny Pacquiao, because, you know, he always brings that the high output. But it was a great fight, man. You know, I feel like I tested him, and I tested myself. I wish that I could have given him more. Like I said, though, the rounds were flying by, and it is what it is, man. This is a sport. You got to lock it in round by round, and the judges, you know, they saw it their way, and he's now the new champion. Congratulations to Manny Pacquiao.
Yep.
It wasn't that bad. It just...
You see that? You guys gotta admit, man, Keith is giving the respect, man. He respects Manny Pacquiao, even though after he talked a lot of shit. And the fight was a good fight. He didn't run like some of the other fighters, man. Like, you know, other fighters keep running away from Manny. He went toe-to-toe, man. You guys gotta admit that. Like, comment down below. Let me know what you guys think. Did he go toe-to-toe with Manny Pacquiao, or did he just run around like other people? You guys know what I'm talking about.
Hit me in the right spot and created a leakage. At the end of the day, I had my nose bleeding and sparring a little bit. So I believe that he just placed it right on the button and reactivated something that I went through in training camp. And I just had to deal with it, you know. I remember when my nose was bleeding against Diego Chavez, and it just, it didn't bother me too much. I just was focused and just trying to put some pressure on him, land some counters. But he was quite conservative and herky-jerky. And, you know, I started to do...
What the hell is herky-jerky, man? Let me know what herky-jerky is in the comments down below, man, because I have no idea what herky-jerky is.
Better later on in the fight. I really thought I was putting some pressure on him, but my numbers just weren't up to par to be victorious tonight.
How conclusive was that in terms of the fight in the round? Because it seemed like you did a pretty good job just to get out of that situation.
There was so much going, and I felt like I was grabbing some momentum back, and in that moment, you know, I knew it was going to be difficult to really get the judges back on my side for the remainder of the championship rounds. My coach Dan Birmingham said you got to win every round. I felt like I needed to possibly get a knockdown or get back. You know, I think I ended the 10th kind of back with some trades back to Manny, but you know, I definitely was obviously hurt in that round. And, I mean, it was a close fight. You know, it really was. That's what boxing's all about. You just never know what's really going to happen. You know, obviously, he was well prepared. He was in shape.
Yeah, at 40 years old.
I tried to push him to his limit, and he came out on top.
That's it.
Andreas Hale. Keith, question for you. You talk about the time off and, you know, the activity that Manny had. If you would have had another couple of fights, do you think that would have made a difference in this fight preparation just by being more active?
Yeah, definitely. You know, we've seen champions in inactivity not favor them, you know, from time to time. But I just thought that, you know, I would be able to do some countering, you know, utilize my jab from the outside, and really pressure him in the way that I did. You know, some of the things that I wanted to do, I was able to do. But ultimately, I just really feel like, in retrospect, that I fell short on the number game. You know, a little bit of the defense due to the knockdown in the first round. He really did capitalize on just springing at me while I was moving backwards. You know, I could have utilized more head movement. I showed when I was juking and jiving, you know, I was confusing Pacquiao pretty well in there. I know I have the skills to be victorious in the ring. But yeah, obviously, 22 months out of the game, Jose Cito Lopez and then Manny Pacquiao, you know, I try to stay active, but, you know, maybe another fight in between would have helped.
His nose is bleeding again.
Did that really hurt?
It was a good body shot. You know, it reminded me of the Luis Collazo. It was slightly near the solar plex. It was slightly under the rib. It probably caught me in a breathing moment. And, you know, I just wanted to recover from it. I knew he was going to put some pressure on me. I wanted to see if he would walk into anything. But, you know, he's...
Manny Pacquiao.
He's very wise in there. You know, he takes his time. He's patient. You know, I really think that I could have pulled the fight closer to a draw without that body shot, because the later rounds were definitely starting to go my way. But, you know, there's many, many times in the sport of boxing where one fight changes the course of the outcome. So for me, he started with the knockdown in the first and that body shot there later. And it was hard to convince the judges that I did enough.
Okay, this is going to be the last question for Keith.
Yeah.
Right over here.
Okay, Keith. So after the fight, you talked about a blessing or a lesson, I believe, and you kind of just touched on it with your ring generalship and your wherewithal, how you're able to recover from those big shots. So where do you see? Well, first of all, which one was it, a blessing or a lesson, this fight for you, and then where do you go from here?
Well, I said on the stage that it was a blessing and a lesson. It was a blessing to be here at the MGM Grand, to be forming on my first ever pay-per-view fight, to have such a tremendous fight, even without the outcome coming my way. I promised you guys that this would be one of the most exciting fights of the summer.
It definitely was.
My 2-year layoff, I truly missed the sport of boxing. You guys have no idea. And just me showing my grit, my wherewithal, and just really trying to make sure that I can put together some of the best fights. Of course, I wanted to win the fight. I fell short, but it was a blessing and a lesson because we got to do a little bit more. We got to get our numbers back up. I do know that I'm a true champion. Keith one-time Thurman has always been a true champion. I will be back at the top of the sport of boxing. And, you gotta go with the flow. You gotta take the punches as they come. And you get knocked down, you lift yourself back up. That's what champions do. So like I said, man, we're not going nowhere. We'll be back. And like I promised you guys, Keith one-time Thurman brings the best fights in the welterweight division, man. Fight me, baby. Fight me.
All right. Thank you very much, Keith. Great performance tonight. And I appreciate everybody coming out.
Tim.
After watching that, man, I gotta say, you gotta give some respect to Keith, man. He honestly came out and said, like, you listen, Manny was a better man. Manny beat me. That's it. I know I talk shit. Well, he didn't quite say I know I talk shit, but we all know he talks shit. But obviously after that fight, he learned a lesson. And I guarantee he's going to go home, train much harder, and he learned you probably shouldn't talk so much when it comes to Manny Pacquiao, man. Because Pacquiao has been around the block. Pacquiao has dealt with a lot of people who talk shit, man. And like, he must have not watched the videos of Pacquiao, of what happens to boxers when they talk shit, man. He clearly did not watch any of those videos. Someone needs to send him the link and let him watch all those damn videos, man. So, but I honestly think that after watching that fight, because I sat down and watched the fight, that Keith, when he comes back, if he does have a rematch with Manny Pacquiao, it's going to be a better fight. Even better than this one, because this was a good fight. You guys got to admit, Keith gave Manny a good fight, man. Keith wasn't backing down. He was going when he had a chance. He wasn't scared. He was going in for the punches. He was going in for the punches. A lot of you guys, I read a lot of comments. You guys were like saying about the split decision, that the judges were biased towards Pacquiao. Maybe, because it was kind of really close. It was close. It was almost a draw, man. I think the score was 113-115. That's how close it was, man. It could have been a damn draw, but Pacquiao came in on top. So I think the next fight, I hope if these two do fight again, Manny Pacquiao and Keith Thurman fight again, that it does not go to the judges, man. I really want to see someone get knocked out, so then we can clearly know who the better man is and not went to the judges, right? Because I want to see someone get knocked out. I feel like every boxing fight should go to the knockout. That's it. That's just me, because they want to see who wins, right? But anyways, man, if you guys made it to the end of the video, you guys know what to do. Hit that subscribe button for me. Give me the thumbs up. Comments all down below. And we'll catch you guys next one, right?